Welcome back, Bills fans. Let's dive into the whirlwind that is the AFC and take a close look at what's been happening with the Cincinnati Bengals as they inch back into playoff contention. Last week, we saw Joe Burrow work through some red zone struggles early on, but the second half told a completely different story. Every throw started to find its mark, and by the time he connected with Andre Yossi Bosch for that incredible touchdown, it was clear that only a select few quarterbacks in the world can make that type of precision look effortless. Burrow's accuracy has always been elite, but seeing it in action after coming off an injury just reinforces how special he is, and it's given the Bengals a glimmer of hope despite their rough start to the season. Now, when we think about the context of the AFC North this year, it's chaotic. Pittsburgh and Baltimore haven't been consistent, and that opens the door for a team like Cincinnati to make a run, even with a record of 4 wins and 8 losses heading into the final stretch. When Burrow went down with his injury in Week 2, most medical experts estimated a 3-month recovery timeline, which would have brought him back with just 3 games left in the season. But, true to form, Joe returned ahead of schedule, proving again why he defies expectations at every turn. His mindset is simple but intense. As soon as he's healthy, he plays. The stakes, the standings, nothing else mattered to him. For Burrow, leading this team and striving toward a Super Bowl is a year-round obsession, and it shows in every snap he takes on the field. With Burrow back, the Bengals aren't just relying on a hopeful streak. There's a rhythm to how they finish seasons, particularly under coach Zach Taylor. Even when they start slowly, the team has consistently found ways to turn things around. Last year, for example, they won their final 5 games to finish 9-8, similar to where they stand now, and the year before that, they went on a 10-game winning streak. Injuries, slow starts, and criticism about training camps have never stopped them from finishing strong, and it's a trend we're seeing again. Burrow's leadership combined with Taylor's approach to keeping players fresh and healthy gives Cincinnati a unique edge, especially in a division that remains wide open. And then there's Ja'Marr Chase. Watching him play this year, even amidst the suspension and quarterback changes, it's hard not to marvel at his combination of strength, speed, and instinct. He's the rare athlete who could thrive as a running back with his lower body power while simultaneously dominating as a wide receiver with elite route running, hands, and field awareness. Last year, he achieved the wide receiver triple crown, and while this season may not match that feat, he remains one of the most dangerous playmakers in the league. With Burrow back under center, their chemistry is something defenses simply cannot ignore. They can attempt to limit him, but he's too physical, too fast, and too skilled to be contained entirely. Looking at the Bengals' overall offense, the dynamic isn't just about the passing game. Chase Brown, their number 1 running back, has been hitting over 100 total yards in every game over the last 6 matchups, showing that Cincinnati has found a balance between the run and the pass that was lacking earlier in the season. The offensive line, young but improving, has gelled under a new coach, allowing Burrow to operate in the shotgun and read defenses like few quarterbacks can. His pre-snap and post-snap processing, combined with surgical accuracy, makes him a nightmare for defenses, and it's what sets him apart not just as a top quarterback, but as a transformative player who elevates everyone around him. Defensively, the Bengals have seen a renaissance of sorts. Despite starting the season near the bottom in points and yards allowed, young players are stepping up, learning on the fly, and building cohesion. Rookie linebackers and a growing defensive line are beginning to gel, showing significant improvement week after week. They've weathered early collapses, including high-scoring losses against teams like the Jets and Bears, but the progress is undeniable. A youthful roster learning in real time, paired with smart coaching adjustments, has allowed Cincinnati to emerge as a team capable of challenging some of the league's best offenses. Burrow's impact off the field mirrors his performance on it. His work ethic and obsession with excellence set the tone for the entire locker room. He's meticulous about every detail, from nutrition to recovery, and his presence demands attention and accountability from everyone around him. Just like other legendary quarterbacks, his focus elevates his teammates, making them sharper and more committed. It's not just the physical talent he brings. It's the culture, the expectation, and the energy he instills. Even veterans like Joe Flacco, with years of experience and accolades, cannot replicate the kind of influence Burrow has when he's healthy and in the building. When we compare his situation to someone like Josh Allen in Buffalo, the contrast becomes clear. Allen is playing in a system trying to push past a Super Bowl ceiling, while Burrow, despite injuries early in his career, has already shown he can carry a team into the playoffs and beyond. His injuries, while unfortunate, are part of football, not a reflection of fragility. From torn ligaments to hyperextended toes, these incidents are bad luck more than anything. And now that he's healthy, the Bengals' window for contention opens wide. If he can stay on the field, Cincinnati is a legitimate threat, particularly with the division in disarray and the rest of the AFC seeming wide open. Looking at the AFC as a whole, this is the kind of season where every game matters and the margins are razor thin. Teams like Buffalo, Cincinnati, and others have an opportunity to make their mark, while traditional powerhouses like Kansas City, who have dominated in previous years, face challenges. With top quarterbacks like Burrow and Allen leading dynamic teams, the competition is fierce, but the landscape is more fluid than we've seen in a long time. When we step back, it's clear that the Bengals' season is a testament to resilience, preparation, and leadership. The combination of Burrow's skill, the developing young talent, and strategic coaching creates a scenario where even with a mid-season record that seems underwhelming, they have a shot to compete for the division and potentially shake up the playoff picture. From red zone challenges to precision touchdown passes, from young defenders learning their craft to veterans stepping up, every piece of this team has a role in what could be an incredible finish to the season. The narrative this year isn't just about wins and losses. It's about growth, adaptation, and the return of a player who can redefine a team's trajectory. With Burrow back in the lineup, the Bengals' offense is explosive, the defense is improving, and the division is wide open. The momentum is shifting, and the storylines are compelling. Every matchup carries weight, and for fans watching week after week, it's impossible not to get swept up in the excitement. The synergy between quarterback and wide receiver, the gradual improvement of the young defense, and the coaching staff's ability to navigate injuries and roster challenges all contribute to a team that is peaking at just the right moment. The Bengals are a fascinating mix of experience, youth, and elite talent. And as the season winds down, the potential for them to surprise opponents and challenge for the division title is very real. With Burrow's leadership, Chase's playmaking, and a defense that's finally starting to click, this team is more dangerous than its record suggests, and the weeks ahead promise high-stakes drama and unforgettable football. As we look ahead, the upcoming matchups are crucial, not just for the Bengals, but for the entire AFC playoff landscape. The Bills, coming off a strong stretch, will be a real test for Cincinnati. Buffalo has been exceptional in terms of pass defense, leading the league by yardage. Yet the challenge for them comes when elite quarterbacks like Joe Burrow are involved. When the Bengals have both Burrow and Chase firing on all cylinders, defensive schemes that might work against other teams become far less effective. The combination of precision passing, a revitalized running game, and improved offensive line play creates a multifaceted threat that requires every defender to be sharp and disciplined. On the offensive side, Joe Burrow's return has allowed Cincinnati to seamlessly integrate the running game with the passing attack. Chase Brown has become a consistent weapon, not only on the ground, but as a receiving option out of the backfield, which forces defenses to account for multiple threats on every down. When you pair that with Jamar Chase's ability to dominate coverage regardless of the opponent, the Bengals become unpredictable and dynamic. Their offense is no longer one-dimensional, which is a critical evolution from earlier in the season when they relied heavily on Burrow to create everything under pressure. The balance between run and pass has allowed them to control tempo and dictate play calling, giving the quarterback time to survey the defense and make precise decisions. Defensively, the Bengals are showing real signs of life after a rough start. The young linebackers, while inexperienced, have adapted quickly to the demands of the NFL. Barrett Garter and his fellow rookie have shown remarkable growth in communication and on-field decision-making, key attributes for a defense operating in a predominantly 4-2-5 alignment. The defensive line has matured alongside them, creating pressure situations that were absent early in the season. While they still face challenges against elite offensive units, the progress is evident. Young players are gaining confidence, learning from each play, and feeding off Burrow's energy on the other side of the ball. The leadership dynamic in Cincinnati cannot be understated. Burrow's presence elevates everyone, from rookies to seasoned veterans. His meticulous attention to preparation, study, and execution permeates the team culture. Players know that when he is on the field, every snap is an opportunity to rise to the standard he sets. It is reminiscent of the influence that legends like Tom Brady have had on their teams. Burrow's obsession with excellence is not just about his own performance. It's infectious, inspiring those around him to match his intensity and focus. This culture shift has transformed the Bengals from a team struggling to find consistency into a squad that is capable of executing at a championship level when it matters most. Turning our attention back to the Bills, Buffalo has been navigating its own challenges while maintaining dominance in key areas. Their pass defense has been formidable, but as always, the emergence of a healthy and confident Joe Burrow presents unique problems. The Bengals' ability to mix run and pass, combined with precise quarterback play, tests defensive schemes and forces coordinators to adapt quickly. In games where Burrow operates with rhythm and timing, the passing attack becomes nearly unstoppable, particularly with a player like Chase who can turn even a routine catch into a game-changing play. For Buffalo, containing the Bengals' explosive offense will require discipline, preparation, and the ability to anticipate plays before they develop. When examining the Bengals' trajectory, it is clear that the team has benefited from both adversity and opportunity. Early season injuries, suspensions, and inconsistencies could have derailed them, but the coaching staff and players have used these challenges as a foundation for growth. The lessons learned from high-scoring losses against teams like the Jets and Bears have fueled improvement in both execution and mental toughness. This ability to recover from setbacks, coupled with Burrow's leadership and the offensive evolution, positions Cincinnati to capitalize on the wide-open nature of the AFC. Looking at Burrow individually, his career has been defined by resilience and elite performance when healthy. Despite significant injuries early on, he has demonstrated the ability to lead a team to the Super Bowl and dominate in high-pressure playoff situations. His accuracy, pre-snap processing, and ability to read defenses in real time are hallmarks of a quarterback capable of changing the course of a game. When combined with a revitalized supporting cast, Burrow's skill set becomes even more impactful. The chemistry with Chase, the emergence of a balanced running game, and the maturation of young defensive contributors all contribute to a team that is far stronger than its mid-season record suggests. The Bengals' offensive versatility allows them to attack in multiple dimensions. Burrow's preference for the shotgun formation maximizes his field vision, enabling him to process defensive alignments before and after the snap. This advantage allows for rapid decision-making, precise timing, and the exploitation of defensive weaknesses. The coordination between passing and running plays ensures that opponents cannot focus on a single element, creating uncertainty and forcing defensive adjustments in real time. The evolution of the offensive line has also been critical, as improved communication, experience, and coaching have stabilized the unit, providing the protection necessary for Burrow to operate at his peak performance. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, is making waves off the field as much as on it. Sources close to the team are whispering about Prescott's latest remarks, which reportedly show a shocking level of disdain for one of the league's rising powerhouses, the Buffalo Bills. According to insiders, Prescott has straight-up dismissed the Bills, leaving teammates and rivals alike raising eyebrows. The quarterback, known for his calm and calculated leadership, seems to be channeling a rare mix of confidence and defiance, enough to make the rumor mill spin wildly. It said that during a recent team meeting, Prescott allegedly referred to Buffalo as not even in the same conversation, a comment that some describe as uncharacteristically blunt for the usually measured star. While the Cowboys' locker room has remained tight-lipped, sources suggest that his words have sparked both admiration and concern among peers. Some veterans reportedly appreciate the swagger, interpreting it as a sign that Prescott is setting a fearless tone for the team. Others quietly worry that underestimating a squad like the Bills could backfire on the Cowboys, who have often struggled to match hype with execution. Of course, the NFL thrives on these kinds of stories. Fans are already dissecting Prescott's alleged statements across social media, fueling debates about whether this is classic confidence or a dangerous underestimation. Analysts have begun speculating on how this attitude might influence upcoming matchups, imagining Prescott walking onto the field with a chip on his shoulder, ready to prove the doubters wrong, or possibly stumble against a team hungry to avenge perceived disrespect. What's particularly intriguing is how this alleged sentiment fits into Prescott's career narrative. He's long been seen as a player who balances skill with leadership, rarely allowing emotions to overshadow strategy. Yet, this rumored slight against the Bills hints at a new edge, a willingness to shake up perceptions and control the psychological game before the whistle blows. If true, it's a bold statement in a league where reputation often matters as much as performance. No one is confirming Prescott's exact words, but in the NFL, whispers spread fast. If even half of this story holds weight, the tension between Dallas and Buffalo might be hotter than fans expected. One thing is certain: wherever Prescott goes, the chatter follows, and the Bills may now be acutely aware that their next encounter comes with more than just a game. It carries a personal spark that could define the season. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.